Hey guys, what's up? Eddie Aho here with kissanalog.com. Today I just want to cover log, or why we use logarithmic plots, and we use them in FFT and Bode plots. If you have a fairly new scope, guaranteed you have FFT there, right? I think they all come with FFT now, and they'll have log. They also have a linear scale, but log is commonly used, as well as in Bode plots. And you may ask, why do we use log? Why don't we just use voltage gain or impedance? Why don't we just use ohms? How can we use log? And the reason why is because log, one of the reasons why anyway, log compresses the scales. So for instance, if you're looking at signal to noise ratio, which is that noise, like let's say an audio amplifier where you hear that hissing sound, that low noise versus the signal. The signal might be this high amplitude thing, and then you have this noise down here. If your signal to noise ratio is not very high, you'll hear that hissing sound, and you'll get some noise in your signal. And you like to have those things separated as much as possible. So you might have millivolts or microvolts of noise, and you have volts of signal. And to graph both those millivolts or microvolts and volts on the same scale, it gets kind of crazy. And basically anytime you have a exponential function, like let's say with a capacitor, we know the charging function is an exponential curve, right? It kind of, exponentially grows. Let's just say x squared, for example. Let's say you're plotting amplitude with your function is equal to x squared. Okay, so your horizontal axis is your x, and you start plugging numbers in. You plug 1 into x, and it's 1 squared is 1, and then 2 squared is 4, and then 4 squared is 16. Well, you're going 1, 4, 16, and then 10 squared, 100. The numbers start getting big faster. Your curve really takes off on you. So as you go x a little bit further, your y gets really high, and it starts getting hard to get to read the resolution on your curve when you're looking at your x and y and you're plotting points. That gets to be difficult. So whenever you have an exponential, using a log basically kind of makes that a linear function, and so it makes it a whole lot easier to plot points off of. Okay, so back to signal to noise. You could have a signal to noise of 80 dB, and that's really good. Well, what does that come out in numbers, right? Volts. Well, just think about every 20 dB is a 10x factor. Okay, is a 10x. So if you have 80 dB, 20 dB into 80 is 4 times. So you get 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000, times 10 is 10,000. So 80 dB is 10,000 times. And with a linear graph, that would just be kind of crazy. But with the next log graph, that makes it pretty easy to graph. Okay, when we do gain phase plots with power supplies on their gain loops, we use log. And when we do impedance plots, a lot of times we use log. So we're using log. We'll be seeing it all the time. So I just wanted to say that's why we kind of do, because it just makes sense. Once you start playing with log, it's a lot easier to read plots from and kind of understand, like that 10x factor for every 20 dB. I think that's really helpful. Another one is on a filter. If it's a first order filter, your filter, when it rolls off at 20 dBs per decade. So every 10 times in frequency, you drop 20 dBs. Okay, if you've got a filter that rolls off, and on a single order, you can go, say it rolls off at 4 kilohertz. Then at 40 kilohertz, it's dropped 20 dBs. Okay, so that's dropped 10x in value. So your signal is 10 times smaller. Another way to say that is 6 dBs per octave. maybe you have a filter that's pretty complex. Maybe it doesn't continue going that way for a long time because you might have another function that changes the shape of your filter. So maybe when you're plotting, you go just an octave. An octave is a 2x factor. So maybe at 4K, the next plot is a 8K instead of 40K. So at 8K you can go 6 dBs and you can plot, by octaves if you want a little bit more resolution in your time in your frequency band. Gives you that option. It's the same plot. 6 dB per octave or 20 dB per decade is the same plot. So it's just how many times do you want to count over to plot down. And so that's kind of that. And then when you're doing filters and so on, you'll have your cutoff frequency, right? So at your cutoff frequency, it's just 3 dBs down is you can plot a point and you can smooth off your corner. And so that makes it easy to do that using a log. And the 3 dB point is the half power point. That's in voltage, that's 0.707 of your voltage. When you're using log, it's base 10 and it's 20 times the log of volts or current. If it's power, it's 10 times the log of that number. Okay. All right. So hey, I hope that little discussion helps you understand why we use log. I know it seems like you have to pull out a calculator and figure out what the actual number is, but it does make graphing easier, and the more you use it, the easier it gets to understand. I mean, it's just like anything else. You'll realize like, oh yeah, log makes sense. But that's why we do it. So hey, and by the way, if you're gonna buy some paper, you want to buy semi-log. And the interesting part is the vertical scale where you write your dB stuff, that'll be kind of a linear scale, okay? And the frequency across the bottom will be logarithmic, okay? And now there's a thing called cycles, and that's how many times, that's how many decades you go. So if you're going to go, say, 3 decades, from 10 hertz to 10 kilohertz, so from 10 to 100, that's 1 decade. 100 to 1K is another, and 1K to 10K is another decade. That's 3 cycles. And so 3 cycle or 4 or 5 cycle paper is common, because if you want to go 100K or 1 meg, now you might only want to start at 1 kilohertz and go on. So it just depends on what frequency bands you want to plot. Depends on how many cycles you get. Okay, so semi-log and probably anywhere 3 to 5 cycles probably. Okay, so hope that's helpful. And hey, let's get to some filter plots. So when we do filter, voltage gains or impedance, we'll be doing these kind of plots. So signal to noise ratio, harmonic distortions, a lot of that stuff all has decibels. All right. So hey, hope that's helpful. We'll see you next video. Thanks, guys.